Y'all live.
Hey, good evening. Good evening. Look at here. We got a treat tonight. We on tonight with Mr. Art Woodson. Hello, Art.
Hey, good evening. Good evening.
What's going on?
Oh man, messing with this technology, man. This
Man.
technology is something different.
Whew, all the upgrades and everything. But it was a beautiful day outside.
Yes, it was.
Beautiful day. An even better day to talk a little shit, huh?
I'm trying to see. I'm trying to see which one I'm on. I had sent another thing in because
Okay.
I didn't want to use this one right here.
Okay.
So, Mickey, do you see another one?
Mickey
No, I
got
do not. Nope, it's just you on this one right here.
Oh, because it says the host can see you and can add you to the broadcast at any time.
No,
he he
that might
No, I
just be
got
the
it. I
old
just
one.
sent another one.
Yeah, that might just be the old one where it be when it didn't come
No,
in.
no, I just figured it out on my computer.
Oh, okay. I'll kick you out of this one then. I got you. Hold on, I got you. Let me do this. Here we go. Let me kick you out.
What it's supposed to be, right? And this is so we can continue.
Now you have it.
right. There
Man,
we go.
this is crazy.
All
This
right.
is crazy. Can you hear me?
All right, listen. So listen, let's get into it. You've been going live. You've been having a lot of information.
Now I got to figure out.
Listen.
There we go.
You
No,
got
I
it.
had
Okay, you got it. Look,
man,
you've been going live. You've been spilling all this information. I'm talking about you done had a good gallon of sweet tea all day. We gonna be pissy listening to all this stuff you got for us.
man. I mean, it's you know what, man. It's so much stuff going on in Flint. I mean, people get mad at me. I don't care. I tell them, hey, man, you get mad, oh well, you get over
Get
it.
mad, oh
It's
well.
all right. If you don't like what I gotta say, kiss my ass.
Hey.
I mean, it is what it is. I mean, that's my signature saying now.
Yeah.
Because you worry about what somebody's saying. If you're really truly out here trying to help the people and give good information, you're gonna have people coming after you, working for the man. You know what I mean? And they gonna fight against you. And you're gonna throw some rocks. I'm gonna shoot some missiles. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So if you're lurking around, I'm already watching you. I already built up a file on you, and I'm gonna drop the file on you. And hey, just like they say, the streets don't play fair. Hey, politics don't play fair. Don't none of this
At
play
all.
fair.
At
So,
all.
so just be prepared when you come at a person. You know what I'm saying? Be prepared to take what it is. Because people really. I mean, when I be saying, check this out, right? 99 million from the city of Flint, 79 million for the county, 134 million for the school, and then Mott want to give 200 million. That's a lot of money here in the city of Flint for us to still be running around here eating Roman noodles with a blue tarp on our roof.
You are so right.
I mean, I don't get it, man. What's wrong with the people, man? It's not how I mean, do we honestly comprehend? I mean, that's like they saying, hey, our city council need a parliamentarian. No, our city council and Flint School Board need a therapist. You can't, you can't even go
Yeah.
by. I mean,
Yeah.
not everybody, but I mean, I just gotta say it. I mean, the mayor's office, the city council, and the Flint Community Schools, all of them need a therapist. They need mindfulness. They need DBT, classes, and they need to work on self first because a lot of them got a lot of hate, a lot of them got a lot of anger, a lot of them got a lot of envy, jealousy, And until they work on self, until they fix themselves first, they can't work as a group. They can't work as a team. I mean, you won't be able to do it. You wear your feelings on your sleeves, your emotions on your sleeves. I mean, come on, man. I mean, I'm gonna talk about you. I don't care.
So listen, so that's I'm glad you even said that and you mentioned that, because when I had Pastor Aldridge on the other last Friday, that was one of the things I had talked about, right? And I was saying, and I'm gonna say it to you, and I'm gonna get your opinion on this. So I was saying this: if we are all supposedly, everybody is, that's the rule. Council got to all live in the city of Flint, right? So
Right.
if we supposedly, right, live in the city of Flint, then every problem in every ward is our problem, right?
Right.
All 9 wards is all our problem. So if you in the 3rd ward and I'm in the 9th ward, whatever is my problem in the 9th ward is your problem in the 3rd ward, and vice versa, right?
Right.
That's the energy we should be having, and that's how we should be coming at the table. So if I want something done in my ward, because it's our city and we want our city as a whole to look good, you should be like, cool, let's get her that in the 9th ward. And then you say, hey, well, then I need this in the 3rd ward, and we all supposed to be, boom, you're right. Let's all make sure that he get this in the 3rd ward. Because at the end of the day, it's all about the city healing and the city rebuilding and coming together. But everybody feel like their ward is a whole nother city or a whole entity of itself. Like, we don't all live in Flint.
You know
And
what?
nobody can come together. That is it's the saddest thing I've ever seen in my life, because I mean, if you think about it, we all in the city. 4th ward, listen, and on the east side, 4th ward, it's a whole ass mess there. And I can't even understand why she doing all that hooping and hollering, all that stuff going on, and it look over there.
And you know what? And like I told them, right? I said, man, the east side look worse than the north side for real. I mean,
Yeah.
when I was doing petitions and putting out literature and all that, I mean, I would walk to one house and would have to walk like 4 blocks before I can even get to another house, because it's either burnt down or tore up
So much
and demoed.
trash.
Yeah. So, I mean, the way that I look at it, if Flint goes down, we don't have any wards. You won't have to worry about your ward, and nobody else would have to worry about any other ward. So
Yeah,
the way
right.
I look at it, if $100 million come into Flint, my objective would be to grab that whole 100 million. East side and the north side needs the most work. So they split 75 million, because the south side and the west side, it doesn't need that much work, but at the same time, they need some work.
Absolutely.
But let's concentrate on the north side and the east side, and then the south side and west side, we're gonna catch up with you, because downtown, you get nothing else. You're right. You growing. You self-sufficient now.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta get to the back of the bus for a second. Because
Absolutely.
during the water crisis, you made out like a fat rat.
Man.
Looking good. So now we got a vibrant downtown. Let's build around town now. So, that's one of the main things. And one of the main things, getting to the point of what I've been talking about today, is the school system is the catalyst of a city.
Yeah.
If you have a strong education system, that's what brings people into the city.
Mm-hmm.
Don't nobody want to, they'll work inside of Flint, but they don't want to live and send their kids to school inside of Flint, because we don't have any schools. So if you build, they will come. If I mean, new shiny object, man. I mean, a brand new school building. You're gonna pull in all the scholars. You're gonna pull in all the scholars. October the 10th, when count day come, you done went from 3,000 to 6,000. You done doubled your money in 1 year. So now, since you done doubled your money, now you can start bringing in programs in-house. You can start doing all these other things. But then again, why would you really want to when you don't have to? If you can save money, why would you want to? And you just add on to it as time grows. But you're steadily saving money. People don't understand that, man. And what's going on that board, you know, I ain't want people to think that we was fighting. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and you know, steadily, you know, talking to him on the side. You know, we didn't came a long way. You know, some of y'all wasn't on the board at the time. And
Yeah.
then when you get on the board, we still doing that fight. But then when you get in a position where we can make things happen, everything just go sour because now you feel like you know, you got 4 votes and you can dictate what's going on. You know what I'm saying? And people help you to get to where you are, but now you want to jump on what's Iggy Aggy, what's the name of that Karate Kid? You want to jump
Mr.
on
Miyagi,
yeah,
wax on, wax off.
yeah, you want to jump on your instructor now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You think you know how the game is played, and you really don't. You really haven't felt the blow yet, you know, because now it's time for us to know what's really going on behind the scenes now. So now I got to let y'all know that.
Well, you know what? I'm glad you brought up programming and bringing programs back because one of the things, because I didn't go to Flint schools because I grew up in Beecher and I went to Beecher. But one of the things that was really instrumental for me was our Black History class with Mr. Moss. And it wasn't Black history as in like, you know, Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, like the normal Black history. Like he really dug deep. Like we learned a lot of stuff like that, like Kemet type stuff, right? So with that being said, I'm sorry, I can't hear you, Art.
Oh no, I was
Okay.
talking to somebody else.
Okay. With that being said, that is something that the Flint School Board should be thinking about putting into implementing into it to have like an actual curriculum for it, right? That's deeper than that. I'm saying that to say because Davidson, their school board, that one member just put that petition out there to stop critical race theory, not to have any of that being taught. And so all of those children that have gone out to Davidson, I know a lot of them gone out there because they got recruited for sports.
Right.
To go out there to Davidson and not gonna learn anything about themselves. And all they're doing is they're misusing them. They're not using them, they're misusing them for sports.
Yep. So
and that's something that the Flint School District needs to look at.
So I can honestly say this, right? This is before CRT and all the other stuff, right? And I actually heard this, you know, when President Danielle Green, she said we need Black history in our school. We need it taught in our school. So that's not no after school program, not no elective. I mean, what is it? Elective or selective?
Yeah, no, you're right. An elective.
You know what I'm saying? Is something that you got to take. You know,
right.
I mean, I don't see a problem with it, and you know, people have an issue with it. I mean, I'm still trying to figure out what's the problem. I mean,
what's the problem?
We've been taught about Confederacy. We've been taught about all this other stuff. What's wrong? And you know what really gets me, and I'm not against Jews or none of that, right? What gets me is that they can talk about the Holocaust, but we can't talk about slavery. When they talk about the Holocaust, it's no problem. When they talk about Jewish community or Chinatown or anything else town, it's no problem. It's no problem when you talk about Dearborn, the Muslim community. It's no problem. But as soon as we say, hey, we want an African-American community, we got a lot of feedback.
They say, oh, hell no.
Right. It's a lot of feedback. But it's
feedback and pushback.
Right. But guess where we get it from?
Yeah.
We get it. We don't get it from the white man.
Right.
Not in our, it might, you know, like Al Sharpton or somebody on CNN or something like that when they say it. But inside the city of Flint, we get it from our own race. We get it from our own race.
And that's the problem. Let me be your own people.
Right. They'd rather settle for $10 than getting the $200 million. And then I'm serious.
See, that's for real.
Instead of getting the whole 200 million and everybody eat, they so caught up in getting theirs here and now instead of making plans and maneuvering and getting it down the road. I just get tired of people still trying to use that 1964 bull crap.
Yeah.
We shall overcome. Let's hold hands and sing kumbaya songs. Man, it didn't work then. It's not going to work now until we learn how to stand up and maneuver and play the game. I'm the streets taught me. So I know how to maneuver and move instead of doing negative things with my talents on the street. I do it for the good. So now I'm sitting back. All right, let me see. All right, this is how they play the game. So let me start playing the game the same way. So this is what I thought about, right?
Mm-hmm.
They got 4 votes on the board.
Okay.
Right? That changes policy, right?
Right.
They get ready to get new schools. And I hate saying this, but I have to say it.
Right.
They get ready to get new schools, right? That's going to be about $300 million.
Okay.
Change the policy to where 20% is set aside for minority, African American, people of color. That's it. Everybody eats. That's about what? $50-60 million set aside just for that group. That's more.
That's one of those things that we talked about, that I talked about before. We're so busy looking at equality, we're not looking at the equity.
Right.
Because even though it's equal, I mean it's equitable for all of us.
Right.
And if it's equitable, then everybody eats it. Everybody and it's good for everybody. Everybody gets some benefit from it. If it's just equality, they can say, oh, we can include. That's my problem with inclusion. Okay, I'm including you, but that don't mean you gonna eat with me just because I'm including you. Yeah, I said, yeah, you can come in a restaurant, but you can't sit over here.
Right. And the sad part, Detroit did this too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it was 20%, and they couldn't even find enough African American people, man, to even fill that 20%.
Man.
I mean, we sit back and scream about no opportunity, no jobs, no nothing. But right now is the golden opportunity for all of us to come up. The education system is the catalyst of the community. So while you building these schools, you earning the money to bring yourself up at the same time, but you're building the city off of the schools. Then you start getting a A1 education. Then now the city is rebuilding now. You're starting to bring more business in. You're starting to bring in more people. You're starting to generate a tax base. You're starting to rebuild your neighborhood. I mean, this is something that can grow. But here's the problem. This is the problem, right? It's my money that's $200 million. They don't want to accept the money because it's Mott's money.
So it was okay to accept Mott's money before. Just now it's not okay to accept it.
Before when?
Is that what you're saying? No, I'm saying they accepted money from him before, right?
They have, but it was strings attached. It was just different things. And we fought to get to where we are right now because Mott, when it first started, right, here's what happened. Miss Green, I ain't even know her, right? Mm-hmm. Both of us was helping Mayor Neely. And I walked into Mayor Neely had won the primary in 2019. And he had his victory party at Rube's. So I walked in and Miss Green was in there. And she was like, I need to talk to you, but I'll talk to you later. This isn't the venue. I said, okay, no problem. So after I left, I wasn't in there that long, right? So after I left, I got an inbox and somebody was telling me, hey, the board is after Miss Green. And I was like, oh, wow, for what? They said because one, she questioning about GISD taking our money from kids, which was called Act 18.
Okay.
Then it was a lawyer that was getting paid like $1 million a year off of a broke school district, right? Then it was auditors, right? They wasn't counting the money right, and they was taking money. They wanted $2 million. And then it was one more thing. It was like 4 different things that she was questioning because she had just became treasurer. So I was like, hey, listen, all right, this is how we're going to maneuver. This is how we're going to do this, right? So we came up and drew up a cease and desist, and she read it at the board meeting. And they was trying to make her resign and everything after she started exposing all this. Oh, the other thing was, the fourth thing was Mott wanting to own the school buildings. They wanted to build 6 new buildings and they wanted to own them. And then it was something.
That was then or this currently?
This was back in August of 2019. This is when we first found out about it. So it was these 4 things that we started, that she found out, and we started fighting it, right? So the Act 18, we started fighting the Act 18 in 2019, and we got that changed. The judge found, and this was through all of us fighting, the judge found that it was illegal and unfair. GISD was taking money, millions, from our kids, under Act 18, right? 2, the lawyer was robbing and overbilling the district. 3, the auditors, they found $2 million from where the city didn't give the school district their tax revenues or anything like that, and the auditors didn't even find it until they brought a lady named Carrie in as CFO. She found over $2 million. She found over $2 million through Miss Green.
Yeah.
Talking about the schools, right? All of us started meeting with Ridgeway White, not me, because I don't like those type of meetings. It was people that we trusted. It was a group of us that was fighting the Act 18. We picked, Leela McGee was with us, DeJuan Robinson, Jaleel, Sister Muhammad, Miss Green, Bishop Jefferson. It was a bunch of pastors. We all would come together on a Zoom, and we would say, hey, listen, this is going on in the city of Flint.
Yeah.
We would vote on it and say, who do we want to send to the table? It was pastors and activists. Oh, Miss Claire McClinton was in it also, right? We'll say, who do we want to send to the table to speak, for the group? All of us picked Pastor Miller and Pastor Harris. They had came up and worked out the issues with Mott. That's how we got to where we are today, right? No strings attached. We would own the schools. Everything is cool. So now you got Joyce and Laura McIntyre, and, on the board now, right?
Right.
Laura McIntyre, her kids don't even go to the school in this district. In order for you to even get started about building, starting to build a school, you have to pass what they call a strategic plan. A strategic plan is just saying, hey, you know what? We want to build 6 new schools. We want to have this curriculum. We want to have this. We want to have that. It's nothing written in stone because it's a living document.
Gotcha.
Because it had Mott on page 11, just speaking about what they did and what they have done with the school system over the years, she's holding this up because of that. So
what's her name? Joyce?
Laura McIntyre.
Laura McIntyre. So how many of them are holding it up? Just her?
No, it's Laura McIntyre, Pastor Gilbert, Chris Del Moroni, and Carol McIntosh. It's 4 of them.
So those 4 people don't want to build because
No,
of,
that's 5. That's 5.
and they don't want to build because Ridgeway White is on or the Mott Foundation or whomever is on page 11.
Well, let me say it like this, right?
Okay.
Pastor Gilbert, he just got on the board. So he's trying to feel his way, right?
Okay.
Chris Del Moroni, he just got on the board, but he's trying to feel his way.
Okay.
And the other 3, Laura McIntyre, Joyce McNeil, and Carol McIntosh, they manipulating the 2. They got the two votes just going that way. Just off TV. I put the video up. All you got to do is go watch the video, and you will understand. You will hear hurt, anger, and all different types of things from those 3 people. If you just go look at it, you'll hear the manipulator. You'll hear Laura. Laura is racist and don't know it. You know what I'm saying? Let me put it to you like this, right? If I put up the videos and you'll see a white person come in front of her, she talks real nice to him. But when a black person comes in front of her, she think all black people is trying to steal and get over. You see what I'm saying? And
I heard you say that on one of your lives earlier today.
Yeah, I mean, I'm telling you the truth, man. It was this lady that came from what's the name? Man, it's the auditors right now, but she's the vice president. I mean, highly educated. Man, she tried to really get with her, but the sister knew her stuff, right?
Okay.
If you watch any of the videos, you'll see how she had talked to the blacks, and when it's a white person. So I told her, I said, you guys, some subtle bigotry there, man. I mean, you racist and don't even know it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how she is. But I told her, I said, listen, I know what oppression is. I know what racism is. I don't need you to sit up here and try to safeguard me. I know when I see it. Quit blocking everything, man. We fought like hell to get to where we are right now, to get our kids through school. You trying to play the white Angela Davis, we don't need that. We don't need a white Angela Davis. We don't need a white person trying to save us.
But that's what it is, right? It's just a facade, right? She knows she's racist. And if that's happening, she knows exactly what she is. It's just the facade she's trying to put up so that, nobody says that she's racist, right? Or she says that, that's what they do. But that's interesting that you say that. And I have a question for you. Why, being that we have all these things going on in Flint, right? Why isn't the water and the education of our children at the top of the list for city council?
Because at city council, they too busy fighting about the rules. And like I told Councilman Mays, you cool with me, but I'm gonna tell the truth, man, and hold you accountable too. Just like Eva Worthy. What she had was a legitimate question. And you're not gonna come, you can't go nowhere and ask for $600,000 and not show your statements. I don't care who you are. I don't care. You can kiss my butt, man. You can't go nowhere.
Are we talking about this? Is this in relation to the grocery store?
Yes.
Okay. Can we talk about that?
Yeah, we can.
Let's talk. Can we talk about that? Because let me just say this. So here's the thing. Let me put my ink pen down. Here's the thing. I'm not against having the grocery store because it's well needed on the north side of Flint, right? Not against it at all. However, however, I feel the same way some of these other people do. I get it. Everybody, they got on here and we talked about it before, and they say it take a lot of money to open a grocery store. Understood. Totally understood. Especially if you want it to be a really nice one and you get fresh produce and you get, nice quality meats and all that. I get it. I totally get it. However, if you tell me, I'm just say this, Art, if you came to me and I had a whole bunch of money, you said, Satara, I need $600,000 from you because I want to open a grocery store on the north side of Flint. Cool, Art. Yes, let's do it. Tell me what you need. Tell me what you need it for, right? Is what they're asking. And you tell me you need a goddamn popcorn machine that costs $7,800. Why can't I question that? See, that's my issue. Why can't I question that? Because when I saw that, I said, damn, what kind of popcorn they popping? So here's the thing. Not saying that it don't cost $7,800. I'm not saying that. However, I need you to show me where it's beneficial to have that $7,800, and how is it going to generate money that's going to get that $7,800 back like this and have more in it? Because you got to be in the black. You're going to keep me in the red because you got $7,800 and you're just giving away popcorn. And the only reason that you say you need it is because kids like popcorn. Now,
So let me tell you.
Tricks love prostitutes, but do it make it right?
Hey, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, right?
Tell.
So when the water crisis first started,
Mm-hmm.
I was down back and forth to DC.
Okay.
Got a lot of resources down in DC. I used to work for 2 congressmen and, for the veterans. So I know a lot of different people in different departments and all different types of stuff, right? So we was down in DC for the hearings, and I met with the USDA director. I met with the agriculture chairperson. I got the pictures on my Facebook page, right?
Mm-hmm.
I got the pictures on my Facebook page. That's how I'm gonna be able to prove this. If any sucker want to come back and question what I'm saying,
Right?
Like Pastor, Flynn, like I don't even call him Pastor Flynn, like Flynn, right? Because he gets no respect from me, man. Because after I get done telling you,
ditto. You listen. Hey. Let me tell you, we probably in the same boat because I feel the same way. I don't have any respect.
What's the name of this show? What did we say the name is? Talking shit.
Yeah.
Hey, all right. So I'm getting ready to tell
talk your shit. Art, talk your shit.
So check this out, right? I came back.
Mm-hmm.
They asked me to go on 1420 with Pastor Thrill Kill and Flynn. That's when he was on the show with him. When I got back, he was talking about building a grocery store. I said, okay, here go some documentation and all this. It's called the co-op. I got it from the USDA. Yeah. I got it from the USDA. When I was down there talking to the director, she gave me all the information, the agriculture. They gave me all the information on how you get money, how you start this up and everything, right? I gave it to him.
Okay.
Debbie Stabenow, I gave him the phone number to call her and talk to her about it, right? That's what started this, right? I thought he was a cool dude at first, right? This dude, this sucker, he was on a radio station. He said, we're going to donate 2 buses to, because we had a protest down in Lansing against Rick Steiner.
Okay.
So he was going to donate 2 buses. I had like 400 to 500 people going down to Lansing. He called me the day before and told me that I can't use the buses, because such and such, and the pastors told me not to work with you. I said, oh. Really? Right? So now I got 2 luxury buses for $350, right? Okay. $350, luxury buses. Go faster than 60 miles an hour. At this time, Mayor Neely wasn't talking, but I had to call him because I needed some buses. He said, all right, I got I got 2 buses for you at $800 for $800. I said, all right, then, no problem. So we standing up there at Kmart, the old Kmart on Miller Road. The 2 luxury buses up there. We got church vans. I mean, we got 500 people going down there, right?
Yeah.
Here come the 2 buses with eagle nests on the side of it. He done took the buses, but then charged me $800. The 2 buses that he said that he was going to put in on the trip down. He didn't charge me. Man, listen.
What?
Because he said the pastor told him
Tell him not to fool
work
you.
with me. Right. And I mean, I done just helped you out, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, ain't this something? So after that, I'm like, I'm definitely done with him. And then the thing that really took it over was when he jumped on that 6-year-old.
Oh.
You see what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
He never apologized about jumping on that 6-year-old. But see, a lot of people don't know that he did. He's going through a whole lot. He got sued for that. Ask him how much did he have to pay out.
I'm sure. I can tell you this. He probably won't talk to me or anything like that. He and I don't fool him, and he didn't do it to me personally, but it was to my grandmother, and I don't play like that. Mm-hmm. So I have an issue with him, and I have an issue with him, and it was him and what he's supposed to be doing. So I'm holding him accountable on his job, not him personally, right? It's his job. And he didn't do his job, and he dropped the ball on it. And it was this, and for him, it was just like, okay. And he felt like if he could come and give that old fake politician Kool-Aid smile, that it was going to be cool. And I ain't my grandmother. I ain't none of that. I'm not none of them. And so I had some words for him. And so I have no respect for him. I have no respect for anything that he does, because he's a liar. Man, and not only did he lie about that, but he's lied several times about some things, and he's a liar. So even if other people respect him and that's their experience, my experience with him, and he's been a liar and he's been a snake. He is a slime ball. That's my experience. And my experience is he is a slime ball.
And that's why
anybody else can have it. But perception is reality, right? And my perception is my reality. And damn it, he is slime ball. Listen, and I'm telling y'all, and everybody that's listening to this is looking at this, and y'all can feel how y'all want to feel. Y'all can say what y'all want to say. But let me tell you this about Satara. It ain't nothing I can say behind his back that I won't say to his face. And y'all can come call him. He can come to me. He can call me 810-447-3454. And I will tell him, you are a slime ball. I don't care how you feel about it. It's slime ball.
He already know how I feel because I done said it to his face, and Martin's too, and I don't care. I can't stand snakes, man. And you know, just like I said, right, the store would have been built by now if it wasn't him that was there. I don't care what nobody say. Everybody know that he plans on leaving. And what he was running around town saying was, I'm getting ready to put enough money in this to where I can retire and move back down to South Carolina. So quit running around here. And that's another reason why I'm like I am right now. Ask them who the project manager is.
Can you see the comments? So there's a comment on here from Chris Gallup, and he said, if you can support Neely and Trump, etc., you can support the store, because I believe this store will help more people. First of all, Chris, nobody said that this would not help people.
Wait a minute. Wait. Chris, come on now, Chris. Now, you know me. 1, I ain't never supported Trump. 2, I don't know if he's talking about you, Satara, because I ain't never supported Trump. 2, I don't give a damn that I supported Mayor Rumpelstiltskin.
What you call him, Nick Sagnelli?
Yeah, Nickelback Nilly. You know what I'm saying? Mayor Nickelback Nilly. I don't care that I supported him, man. But guess what? When I found out that he wasn't about the people, it didn't take me 100 years to figure that out.
Well, I can say this.
Here's the problem. Here's the problem, Satara.
Go
See,
for it.
Chris, you're in Texas, man. I'm in Flint. I'm dealing with these snakes every single day, watching them slither through the grass, hissing every single day. I'm not the type of person, oh, he's black. Oh, he's a Democrat. See, that's why we in the situation we in now, because we give people passes just because they black. Or we give them passes just because they're a Democrat. Man, miss me with that bullshit.
He said he's talking about people in general.
Oh.
I can tell you on this side here, I didn't support Trump. I didn't support Biden either. But shit, who else was we gonna vote for, right? I didn't think Biden was a good candidate either, to be honest with you. That's my honest opinion.
I didn't even think
supporting Neely, supporting Neely, supporting Karen Weaver, supporting Eric Mays, supporting Daffy Duck. Hell, if he was a candidate for mayor, I can't support any because I don't live in the city of Flint, so I don't have a vote in it. However, whether I supported Neely in the beginning as it relates to him running and whether I thought he was going to be a good candidate or not, to what he has done and how he has acted and the things that he has done since he has been in the seat has no bearing on this grocery store. Because here's the thing. We can think that you're going to be a good candidate because all of the things that you put out and the things that you're saying, because we can give anybody a chance if we feel like it is. But then when they don't do their job, then you have a right to speak on them not doing their job. They work for you. You the constituents of Flint, right? I just don't think that some of the things for the grocery store are warranted if you don't have a valid reason for wanting it. Because saying that you need a $7,800 or however much dollar popcorn machine it is because kids like popcorn is not a good reason for me to give you no money for a damn popcorn machine. Goodness gracious.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this. You gotta watch how people moving around here. I never trusted Governor Whitmer. What has Governor Whitmer done for the city of Flint, Ben Harbor, Detroit? But watch how many pastors support her and try to get their congregation that lives in Flint to vote for him, and they don't even live here. They live in Grand Blanc, they live in Swartz Creek, they live in Flint Township. They just come here and pastor the offering plate or the cash app and ask you to give to them while they using their pulpit to get $5,000 and $10,000 in contributions to mislead you and misguide you to voting and doing the same old thing again. That same pastor, I don't care what you say. He has $7-point-something million. He's trying to build up. And what I'm hearing is that he's the project manager, which he will get anywhere between 10 and 20% of the project, which is out of $8 million. Oh, you see what I'm saying? Right? Look, they asked him to show, the payroll and all that, right? They don't want to bring all that. They don't want to show all that. Why not? Why don't they want to show that? I mean, if I don't have anything to hide, why wouldn't I want to just bring that? Hey, you know what? Here you go. Don't bring me no coloring book. Just bring the documents. Just show me who's on the payroll. How you budgeting the money?
So Chris said, what about the people who are invested in the store? Listen here. I'm gonna be honest with you. When he was first doing all of that, wanting to get the store up and running and he wanted people to invest in it or whatever, I'm gonna tell you like this. I didn't invest in it and I didn't because it was him. I'm gonna be honest with you. Because like I said, he was a slime ball. And if it had been somebody else, maybe I would have, right? Maybe I would have. But because of the things that I experienced with him, did not make me want to be supportive in that with him at all. I'm not knocking these people for doing it. However, I think that it should have been I don't know. I think people should have dug a little bit deeper.
$7 million. I mean, seriously, $7 million. That's for a store. Where the building is already there. You're not building from ground up.
Thank you. That's what I said. Listen, me and Mickey was talking about this. Mick, Remember I said this to you, Mick? I said, why do we need so much money for a building that's already there? It's not like they're knocking it down and making a new structure, right?
Right.
I said, I'm not understanding. And I get that it costs money. I said, but damn, 7 million not enough. If you can take that much and build a brand new state-of-the-art school, why the fuck can't you build a grocery store? I'm dead mad.
Hey, and then I mean, they
A
just showed
state-of-the-art school, and you
they-
can't build a grocery store
they
that the
just-
building is already there. Stop playing with me.
But I'm saying they just showed that he just got $650,000 from Kildy.
See?
I mean, come on, man. There's money coming from everywhere. And normally the community have to come up with the money, but you got Mott Foundation gave to him. You got MEDC from the state that then gave to him. You got the city community block grants that then gave to him. You got the federal government that then gave to him. Come on, man.
The congregation, people around the city of Flint.
I mean, seriously, I'm serious. What? He's so grimy that I'm hearing that the sign supposed to said Foss Avenue building on or something on Pearson with the school is supposed to say Foss Avenue. He put his name up there. You know what I'm saying? Want to have his name up in neon lights, man. Hey, you know, and I'm telling y'all right now, if you run back and tell him to kiss my ass while you at it. You know what I'm saying? Both of y'all, whoever run back and tell him, I don't care. Because I'm going to say what I want to say, do what I want to do. I'm tired of grimy ass people in the city of Flint taking advantage. Nobody in the city of Flint, all that money that's here in the city of Flint, you show me one person, regular resident, that has been made whole after this water crisis. Show me one person. They're the ones that sold us out with the master plan. The pastors sold us out with that. The pastors sold us out with the KWA. A lot of people don't know that. Everybody was protesting against the KWA pipeline. All of a sudden, some people met up. And guess what? Tell them to tell y'all why did they stop protesting that KWA pipeline in 2013. Ask them why they stopped doing that. See, there's a lot more to it than what you see. Yeah. And all these people that you running around here, oh, they got our back. Oh, they doing this. Them the same damn people selling you out right now. I'm in all these meetings. I'm sitting up here talking to people, man. I be getting emails, right? This person get mad at this person to give me information on that person right there. Or either they'll send me some information. I sit back. I'm like, I look through it. I check into it to see if it's real, see if it's true. And I determine if I want to use it or not. Or if I just want to put it in my file for later on down the road when this person gets to talking mess. You know, I don't care. Dude is grimy. And that store would have been built a long time ago if he wasn't the person in charge, man, period. It's a lot of people in the city of Flint know how grimy he is. And if some people who didn't work with him, I know people who was working with him, who helped bring people to him that said, man, he screwed me over. Oh, okay.
So Jaleel says, the look of those who have come into the real knowledge of self is to want to see our own rise, even if we have disdain for them. By the way, we Black people have funded and made our enemies rich and powered, like Walmart, Home Depot, and other places who use our funds to help people who help oppress us.
Jaleel, man.
I'm not against any of that you said. And yes, I know we have to have the knowledge of self and all of that. I know that
we got knowledge of self, Jaleel. And Jaleel, just because Jaleel, you want to lay down with these damn snakes just because they Black, man. I ain't trying to hear no damn rabbit stories, man. I ain't trying to hear no essay stories. I'm not trying to hear if one looks within itself, you will rise with your legs folded, meditate to the sky. Man, I ain't trying to hear that, man. Come on now, Jaleel. You know these people are snake, and I'm not working with no snake just because you like to get bit by snakes. You see what I'm saying? And then heal from the poison bite. I'm not with that just because they black, bruh. I'm not with that.
I'm not either. And I'm not with the see. Here's the thing, and I keep saying this because I really want this to be for this to resonate with people when I say this. Listen, I know that we are vessels and we are here to be used, but you're not gonna misuse me. And it's a difference between being used and misused. And I'm not giving you I'm not giving you an opportunity to do that. And I say this all the time. Listen, I love mob movies and mafia movies, right? And if it's one thing that it has taught me is if somebody cross you, you don't let them double cross you.
But
Jaleel cross me. You ain't gonna double cross me.
But Jaleel be the main one saying, "Hey, D9, Boule, gatekeepers, this and that." But then,
I'm gonna be totally honest with you. You are absolutely right. I've had several conversations with Jaleel, and he has talked about that numerous times.
So I can't keep on. Right. When you hear me talk about it, you want to come with, we got to look with yourself, and we got to be brothers, my brothers keepers. But then when you talking about it, you know, it's like Boule, gatekeepers, D9. You know, we got to watch out for them, and you know, you. I mean, I don't know which way you going there, bro. I mean, I'm gonna keep on talking about their asses.
And here's the thing. I said this too, and I said this on another podcast I said before. I don't think, and Chris, I just see your comment, Chris. I'm finna touch on that because I believe the same thing. Chris said, I don't believe there should be only one black-owned grocery store. I said the same thing. If we're gonna put one on the north side, we need to put one out there too, because I think we should have should have a black grocery store everywhere, in all of the wards, everywhere, right? We shouldn't just have one. So people on the south side only can come to the north side to see it. It should be everywhere. We should have one on each side. The north side, the south side, the west side, the east side. Everybody should have one. Hey, everybody live there. And go ahead.
No. You are right. All I was going to say, did they check the feasibility study? And here's the other thing, right? When they thought about doing this, we done lost 6,000 people on the north side. 6,000. You got Mr. B's right there. That's been there for years, and they got cheap meat. Yeah. Do you honestly believe, you know, you building this beautiful shiny object that you gonna have to, you know, get money on the back end? So you're gonna have some serious, you know, inflation high right now. Do you honestly believe that people gonna go in there and buy one pack of meat compared to where they can go to Mr. B's and buy 2 or 3 packs of meat? How long do you think you can last with prices like this, man? I mean, seriously, are we looking at this? I mean, are they looking at this? Will this be another Auto World where another Hamity Brothers? Hamity Brothers didn't even last for a whole month. You know, as a matter of fact, they probably lasted about 2-3 months. I don't know, but it was quick, fast, and in a hurry. Auto World didn't last that long, put all that money in it. I understand it's black, but at the same time, and I heard Jaleel say, how can this be a black-owned store when it's all white contributors?
Ooh.
Huh?
Ouch. I said, ooh, ouch.
I mean, I'm just asking. Mott gave money. What did that? Who owned his portion? The state of Michigan gave money. Gretchen Whitmer, who owns that portion? Federal government, Congressman Kildee, he gave money. Who owns that portion? They were the ones that gave the millions. So who really owns the store? I mean, I'm just asking. Is it really a black-owned store? I'm just asking.
So Jaleel said, hold on. Jaleel said, I'm sorry. He had another comment. Dang it. I'm so sorry. I lost it. Mm, dang. I lost it. Oh, he said, "You do you, Arthur. You are not the total representation of blacks. I'm with black no matter what. There is no black person that is so evil they can't be reformed." Oh, so
Jaleel, I'm gonna
I
do
do
me.
it. He said, "I do it without the enemy seeing me hash our dirty laundry in public." Then he went on to say, "When we hash our dirty laundry for all to see, the enemy sits in their war room laughing and strategizing how to use our division to divide us further and keep us at each other with um mo and real real progress being made." So here's my thing with this.
Let me address him since he say you do you. All right,
Absolutely.
Mr. Jalil, you do you, bruh. And didn't nobody ask you to come on here and say, or comment on what it is that I'm saying, because I'm on, you know me, Jalil. You know I'm gonna feed back and clap back. The enemy isn't laughing. The enemy is laughing at you and everybody else who say, I'm gonna support these snakes and these gatekeepers because they black. They put a black person in place so that they can pacify people that always saying that's a black person. Don't attack that black person. They use that black person as a buffer. And if you haven't learned that yet, then something's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That black person needs to be removed because the white person won't do nothing as long as if he has a buffer, he's gonna do all the dirt because he's gonna send it through that shield, which is that black man, that boule, that gatekeeper. As long as you sitting up there, well, he's a gatekeeper, but he's black. I gotta protect him. And I'm gonna come out and they laughing at you because you sitting up there helping to keep the gatekeeper in place because he's black.
Well, that's what I was just getting ready to say. So just because they're black, even if they sold out black, just because they black, we supposed to go with that. I don't believe that. I don't listen. I'm not for that. I don't believe that. I don't believe that just because they're black, I should be supporting them. Because if you bought and paid by that white man and he put you in there because you black to make it, because you know that if it's black, I'm gonna support it. And
Right.
you say, "Oh, okay. Well, if it's all black and you gonna support it, let me go get this one I know I can buy and pay and put him out there." And then so I'm supporting this one, and he gonna say, "See, that's all you gotta do. These niggas will support another nigga if you put another nigga in there, right?" And that's exactly what they do. That's exactly what they talk about us. So I don't give a fuck about you being black. If you're not doing right, I'm not supporting that.
I mean, but if you listen to what Jalil just said, that's what the enemy look at. The enemy look at, hey, you know what? We got these dumb Negroes over here that's going to support a black man or a black woman or a Democrat no matter what. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to put them over there. And then when we put them over there, we're going to have them fighting against each other to get that house Negro out of position. So you got the blacks over there supporting this house Negro, knowing that he's a house Negro, fighting against the people trying to get this gatekeeper out the way. Just like Jalil on here arguing with us right now because we're talking about a snake. You know what I'm saying? But I'm going to support him just because he's black. That's what they look at. That's why we start fighting, because we got people who protect gatekeepers and boules and snakes just because they black. And if they get out the way, we can remove these gatekeepers and we can get all of the money instead of just $20 damn and they just fill their damn pockets. That's the problem here.
So, and with that being said, it was another comment to saying about, here's the thing. I'm not going to keep going back and forth. I'm not going to keep reading these comments.
One more.
One more? Oh, one more? Oh, well, this is going to be fun. I'm going to say this before I read the comment. I wasn't going to keep doing this. I wasn't going to keep going back and forth because this comment that I'm getting ready to read, Jalil, I feel like it's a contradiction of what you just said. You said we're not gonna be airing each other's dirty laundry. I'm just saying, I feel like this is a contradiction of what you just said because I feel like this is dirty laundry. But hey,
Right.
I would
Let's
like
go.
to keep going, so I'm going to keep going. You know, I don't censor nobody. I am Switzerland. Let me just put this out there. I'm Switzerland. I'm not for this person. I'm not for that person. I am for whatever is right and whatever is correct. My opinion is my opinion, and you either roll with it or you don't. We can debate about it. We can have a friendly debate about it. We can keep going. Now, here's the thing. He said, the enemy is laughing at you because they seen you fighting and trying to lock up former Mayor Weaver and help Mayor Neely win. Now you are Weaver's friend and fighting against Neely. Like I said, I feel like that's a contradiction of what you just said about
Guess what?
Here's the thing. You know what? I'm gonna eat my animal crackers
but it's gonna be real simple though. See, that's where Jaleel sits back and go along with anything. Neely won't even help him. Neely won't even help him. But he down there standing up there with photo ops helping Neely. Neely, he done came to me and told me Neely won't do certain things. You know what I'm saying? He done went Weaver. He was with Weaver, and Weaver, he mad at Weaver because Weaver went against his brother down in Benton Harbor. So now he's against Weaver. So what are you talking about? It's the same thing, Jaleel. What are you talking about? I just gave everybody the man up. He's supposed to give them money. And and he did him wrong. Me and him talk. Oh man, I ain't with Neely. I ain't this and that with Neely. He was with Weaver. Weaver went against his brother down in Benton Harbor about the water, along with Reverend Pygmy. Now he's against Weaver. So don't do that, bruh. Now if we're gonna talk, let's talk. You know, the funny thing here, and I want him to answer this question. He stands on the corner and take dollars for the newspaper and sell bean pies. When they take those dollars, they build up the nation. When the nation has farm, food, and everything else, if I'm not a believer, they won't help me. Is that true? But you will take my money, which I am an unbeliever, and build up your stuff, but you won't help me because I'm a non-believer. I don't know if that's true, Jaleel. Is that true?
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't know.
Well, I mean, don't contradict yourself, man. You're sitting on here trying to sound, like a philosopher.
He said it is. He said it is a contradiction, and then he said true facts, but nobody knows about Weaver from a public platform.
Huh? What? I don't get that one right there, man. I mean, seriously. Now, this is what. See, I don't see Jaleel.
That false statement, Arthur. Help yourself first.
I do help myself. I'm helping myself, but I don't see Jaleel as a snake. I don't see Jaleel as a person. We'll debate. We'll see, differences.
No, I don't see him as a snake.
But I still respect him, right? I still respect him. His logic is totally different from mine. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
that's okay.
Right. But don't try to tell me how I should approach things, and I'm not going to tell you how you should approach things. Just like, he and I was going back and forth earlier today. He was saying something about the blueprint of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad and Dr. Claude Anderson. I'm not here for that old blueprint. I'm moving a totally different way. You know what I'm saying? And I have gotten a whole lot of results. I just don't brag about it. Let me give you an example of results that I got. I'm gonna give you two. I'm gonna give you two, right? Okay. The water crisis. Okay. The people in the city of Flint would not have even known or had documentation on how bad the water was if I wasn't fighting with EPA over in Chicago, telling Heather Chauvin, who is the team enforcement officer over in Chicago, to force Eagle to issue a Tier 2 TTHM advisory letter in November, which states that TTHM is dangerous at 154 pounds at 2 liters a day, 0.8 milligrams per billion, right?
Okay.
They had to issue it January the 3rd, 2015. That letter that you got that kicked everything off in 2015, I'm the one that had Heather Chauvin to do that. If you go look on michigan.gov/Flint water and look at the order from EPA on August the 31st, I had a meeting and talked with EPA. They sent me an email saying that Eagle in March of 2015 rejected the lead expert. Dane Walling on July the 1st rejected the lead expert. She put all this in an email, and I was going to city council to expose it with Monica Galloway. I went to Ron Fonger at MLive at 9:52 September the 3rd. And gave him the email. He called Dane Walling. By 2 o'clock, EPA called me and told me that Howard Croft and Dane Walling had accepted the lead experts. October the 7th, that's when they said they're going back to Flint River water, right? If you go to this order, if I can take you to this order, I'm going to, matter of fact, email it to you. You'll see August the 31st, meeting, email. September the 3rd, you'll see it. And I'm going to show you where I forward the email to Ron Fonger at MLive September the 3rd, and it shows the time and everything, right? And it'll show you September the 3rd, Howard Croft, Dane Walling accepted the lead expert. That's that, right?
Right.
Recently, the inmates down in Coldwater, in order for them to make parole, they have to take a course. If it was rape, they had to take a course for rape, anger management, all different types of stuff, right? Normally it's 4 months. You had inmates in there that had been in there for 2 years because of COVID. They shut the classes down, right? They shut the classes down. I started making, they called me. I started making phone calls. I had the inmate on three-way. We talking to state reps. We talking to MDOC. We talking to people, right?
Right.
Within 3 weeks, instead of a 4 months course, they cut it down to 2 months. And then a group of inmates that went home already. What they tried to get done in 2 years, we done in 2 weeks. 3 weeks. So I don't have to tell people what it is that I ain't done for the city of Flint. I didn't change. I didn't pay for service lines. I didn't bought pallets of water. I didn't bought cars. I didn't did all that. You see, I don't have to do all that, but I'm gonna keep on fighting the way that I fight because I get results. So what I'm saying is that I don't knock you for the way you fight. As long as you doing something and you making it work, hey, you do what you do. But see, I can watch you and I can read in between the lines. And I can come over and help you and stand with you if you're real.
Right. But
in Flint, everybody wants credit. Everybody wants to be the leader. Everybody wants the fame. Everybody wants to look like they're the most knowledgeable person in the world. Everybody wants to make it seem like they way or no way. Man, miss me with all that. That's why I roll like I do, and I don't give a damn. If you don't like the way I'm talking, miss me with it. If you don't like the way I'm walking, kiss my ass.
Yeah.
You know, that's it.
Yeah. So Jaleel said, I'm not telling you how to do anything. I'm just sharing my view. You can take it or leave it alone. The economic blueprint has produced hereafter farms and land by a young group of nation members between 25 years old to 50-year-old.
How many? How many of them? I mean, can they send us $50 million right now? I mean, seriously.
I don't know. He said he could see what would go to Ben X on Instagram
I didn't
and
see
see
Ben
what
X.
we're doing to become self-sufficient and self-reliant. I just want to see, he said, I just want to see all my people enjoy heaven on earth, even if we disagree with one another.
Right. And what I'm saying is, and see, that's like when we was over in Iraq, right?
Mm-hmm.
The thing here, you got Sunni and you got Shiite.
Yep.
You had Kurds.
Mm-hmm.
And we was like, you know, hey, they fighting with each other, you know what I'm saying? So let's just divide it up into 3 parts. It's the same way here. Black, white, and whoever, right? In the middle.
Mm-hmm.
All right. If the whites don't want to be with the blacks, you over here. The blacks don't want to be with whites, you over here. People that want to, you know, be together, you're right here. That's the way I see it. Separate but equal, whatever. You can't force nobody to look at the views the way that they look at them like that, man. You know what I'm saying? People work. They pay tax dollars. Those grant dollars that come up in here, it's like you saying, hey, guess what? It's a $200 million coming up in here. Don't even accept it. That's the white man's money. No, that's part of my money because I paid taxes too. They gaining generational wealth because you're saying don't accept their money. They taking the money and they gaining generational wealth. I'm going to take their money and I'm going to gain generational wealth just like they are.
Right.
That's the craziest thing in the world, man. I pay taxes. My family pay taxes. And you tell me, I tell you what, don't take that income tax check when it comes back from the federal government.
Right. Right. Hey, right.
Hey, hold on. Did you spend that stimulus check?
Yeah.
Did you
Send it back.
Hey, send that stimulus check back.
Both of them.
Hey, hold on, for real.
Both of them. Send them back. Listen, so he said, Jaleel, I don't think that that's the right approach, right? I personally don't. I don't think that the approach is because he says, yeah, you had done some things during the water crisis. He said, but ask him what the nation has done. Here's the thing.
Hey,
this is how
hold up. No.
This is how I look at it, though. I think he's looking at it the wrong way.
No, I got an answer for him.
Okay.
You want to know what they did? Larry Riviere and all of them, and the minister from Chicago of prison reform got in touch with me. Mm-hmm. They got in touch with me, right? And we went over to Sam's and got water and took it down to the county. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I'm standing there with the Nation of Islam donating water to Genesee County. And guess what? You want to hear something else?
Go for it.
I had Michigan militia across the street on the city line from 6 different states going up in the projects, delivering water in areas that the sheriff wouldn't even go. So, I mean...
Well, see, that's why I said I think that's the wrong approach, because I personally am not looking at the people that did things, because there were a lot of people that did things, even people that we don't even know did things that did things. I think the approach and where we should be looking at it is who didn't, who doing all this hooping and hollering, and who the hell didn't, right? Right. Because I agree that everybody has done some things. I agree that the nation has done great things and a lot of things. I agree that you have done a whole lot of things and great things. Miss Claire, all the water warriors, like all those, even Rich Jones, like I agree. Everybody has done those things. But now I'm at the point where, yep, we sure did. That's not even a question. That's not even an issue. I'm talking about those suckers that ain't did nothing.
Well, no, they
did. Those ones that's not, but they're benefiting from this. They're benefiting from our grief and from our hurt.
Yep. And then we sit up here and protect them because they black. Only in the city of Flint you can come and become a millionaire from outside the city of Flint because they got people who will protect you because you're black, or because they put a gatekeeper in there and you will become a millionaire in the city of Flint. That's what happens here. You see, just like how we talking right now, they want you to say, hey, just because they're black. And you know what? I hear the Honorable Louis Farrakhan all the time calling them punctified, sissified, and all this other stuff, right? Mm-hmm. But when I hear Jaleel speak, it sounds like something totally different than what I hear coming from Honorable Louis Farrakhan. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? He be like, yo, get them suckers out the way. Basically, that's what he be saying. And I listen to it. And then when I hear him say, yo, I love them because they're black and I won't do nothing. I even spoke to the minister over in Chicago. I'm like, yo, I got some brothers over here that be saying, you know, love them no matter what, even when they do wrong. He said they shouldn't be doing that. I mean, that's what he told me. You know, and Jaleel, no, I talked to him. And you know, when I hear him speak, I'm like, man, dude, how can you stand with a snake and you know they're a snake?
Oh my goodness, Jaleel, listen, I didn't read that. Okay, now see, I'm about to get upset.
What happened?
I didn't read that comment because if you heard me the first time, I said I'm not about to keep going back and forth with the comments. I wanted to keep this going. Jaleel wants to know how their oh Lord, mercy, Jesus. Goodness gracious alive.
How what?
I didn't read the whole thing. Hold on. See, y'all in an uproar about it because I didn't read the whole thing. He said, Arthur Woodson has done things during the water crisis. Listen, I'm not reading no more.
This is the last one. This is the last one. All right.
I'm Jaleel. I'm not doing no more of these.
All right. This is the last
read these later, or you could call us later. However, I'm not doing no more of these because I'm trying to get into what we're trying to get into. Arthur Woodson has done things during the water crisis, but ask him, what did we, the Nation of Islam, do, and how were our efforts fought against by the city powers? Again.
Say what? Say what?
How their efforts were fought against the city powers.
You know what? And Jaleel, here's the thing, man. When you talk, you know who fought against you, but you turn around and work with the ones that fight, you know, against you. When I was trying to, you know, I was right out there with you. They was fighting against me right along with you. But I didn't sit back and keep on trying to be in their circle. I fought to expose what it was that was going on. Matter of fact, Rich Beard is on trial facing 45 years for buying and using state resources to buy out some of these sellouts. And as soon as he started going to trial, and matter of fact, you ain't going to even have to wait that long because they're in civil court right now, and his deposition will be read, and you will find out all the sellouts, all the people who sold you out during the water crisis. You're going to hear names when they start playing his deposition, him, Rick Snyder, and all the rest of them. I just knew the inside scoop, and I just knew people that was going on, and I just said, you know what? These are the people who's holding the people in the city of Flint hostage. You know, the sad part is, Satara, is that I told people back in August, I said, opt out of this penny ante lawsuit, right?
Yeah.
Jaleel has kids. Put your kids in there because 65% of it goes towards your kids. But okay, as the class action, because the kids couldn't be class action, right? They on a whole separate lawsuit. But for the class action part, opt out because they're not going to give you anything, man. They're going to make it hard as hell for you to get anything. For years, telling people, man, the civil lawyers, they're going to take all the money. They're getting $180 to $190 million. You're going to get $1,000 And then it depends on how many people lived at that address, because the $1,000 is attached to the property and not the person. Why would I sign up and waive my rights for anything down the line, a lawsuit that comes in down the line, right? Why would I waive my rights to that for $200? You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
People will reject the message because of the messenger, because of envy, because of hate, because of jealousy, because of envy. And I mean, I probably said that one already, but
because they got on a blue shirt. I don't know. Just
it's sad. It's sad here in the city of Flint. And, you know, I'd have been to Germany. I'd have been to England. I'd have been to Saudi Arabia. I'd have been to Iraq. I'd have been to Amsterdam. I'd have been to East Berlin, Germany, East Germany. I'd have been to Switzerland. I'd have been to UK, Paris, France. I'd have been to all these different places, right? I'd have been to at least 32 different states. I didn't did different things that a lot of people, you know, hey, it's different. When you get outside the city of Flint and you live and you operate in a whole different type of environment in all these different places, and you got to know how to survive in all these different places, you will understand how, and you will see different things here in the city of Flint, man. And I done seen, since I've been back, a whole lot of different things, man. And the main thing here is that everybody wants to be seen, and a lot of things can't get done because a lot of people have great ideas, but they won't share their ideas because they're looking for credit with that idea. So if they can't get the credit for that idea, they're not going to give you that idea to move the city of Flint forward.
Out. Talking about moving the city of Flint forward. What should be the 3 action? If you had to, if you could go and you could say, these are the 3 action items we need to heal the city of Flint and move the city of Flint forward, what would they be?
Number 1 is mental health.
I agree wholeheartedly. I am such an advocate for mental health.
Mindfulness. I am a big advocate for mindfulness. I think everybody in the city of Flint needs to go through mandatory 1 month of mindfulness.
Hey, you'll come back and do another show with me about mental health?
Yeah, definitely. You know, I mean, I'm gonna bring documentation and everything on how to do mindfulness, man. Because
we'll talk about it afterwards, but I definitely want us to do that.
Oh man, you know, and one of the main things, you know, I'm a disabled veteran.
Yes.
And I have PTSD, and I'm not ashamed of it. And a lot of people don't understand that PTSD, everybody can have PTSD. It's not a military thing. Everybody thinks it's military.
The city of Flint has PTSD.
Man, the city of Flint, man, it's more. They got a whole bunch of axes. Axes is everything that you have. It's PTSD is axis 1, but they got 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6.
Absolutely. You're absolutely what
right. Is it? DSM-5?
Yep. 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 Yep.
Hey, I think you got to go through that book for, Flint, man. But I'm serious. See, and I can joke about it because I know that I have issues, right? Mm-hmm. I know that. And I go and I have groups with other veterans, right? Mm-hmm. And we talk to one another, and this veteran might go through one thing and I might be going through it. And hey, you know what? Let me try what he tried over here.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you have worksheets like the rational mind, the wise mind, the emotional mind, and then you got, the middle mind, wise mind. They put it together, right?
Yes.
And they have like emotions plus behavior equals action, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's just stuff like that. and they show you your triggers. What are your
Yeah.
triggers? What pisses you off, basically, right? And once you start learning your triggers, when you can have, when you get mad, your mouth might get dry. You know what I'm saying? When you ready to fight, before you start fighting, you start crying. I mean, all these are triggers, right? Or showing you that your trigger has been pushed. That's when you know, hey, you know what? Let me just walk away.
Time for me to get down.
Let me just walk away. And a lot of times, a lot of my charges, right, was assault on police officers. They will illegally detain me, and what happened? I can't leave. Then they illegally mace me or try to put me in handcuffs, and I get to throwing blows. It is what it is.
Yeah.
I mean, I get to that point. But before I got to that point, I'm steadily saying, hey, I need to go. If I'm allowed to walk away, I'm gonna walk away. That's what I do. But if you put me in that corner, you might as well be ready to get down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the people in Flint, I feel all of us, especially, from this water, COVID, all these different things, man. I believe the kids and the parents need to go to a class of mindfulness together and experience it together, because like I said earlier, the council and the board and the administration, they can get all the parliamentarians, they can get all the rule makers, they can get all the things they want. It's not going to help them. They need to get a therapist first, because they got some serious personal issues that needs to be addressed. And once those are addressed, the people here in Flint, we are programmed to like and live in poverty like this. We have been living like this for so long that we think it's normal.
Yeah.
We think it's okay, and it's not. So my biggest thing is mental health.
What's your second one?
My second, the water is improving, but every time I talk to somebody, they telling me that somebody done died of cancer. So my second thing, because it's generational, is this cancer cluster study that I'm fighting for right now.
I love it.
I mean, it's we're gonna need to be proactive. We're gonna need doctors who know how to diagnose. We're gonna need doctors who know how to do the right chemotherapy. We need all that here for copay, for prescriptions and all that. So second one is cancer cluster study.
Okay. What's your last one? What's the third one?
I'm gonna have to put two of them together.
Okay.
Blight and safety.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, blight and public safety. Because the reason why I say mental health, right, is first, mental health can really help curb public safety. So by doing mental health, that gives us enough time to fix the health. When people have great health and people feel good about themselves, that will help you with public safety also. Blight been here for years. So blight can wait for the two major parts, mental health and my health, my mental health and my physical health. So I think mental health, cancer cluster study, blight, and public safety. And once you get all those fixed, I think we have a better city.
I agree.
I mean, that's for the city though. But
for the city.
The board has their own thing, and I think schools over there. So you put both of those together, I think we can have a real strong, thriving community.
Because at the end of the day, that's what it is, though. Flint needs to heal. We've been broken for so long. We need to heal, and we can't do it doing this foolishness and continue doing the same thing over and over and over again that we've been doing. So we just got rid of one council that was arguing and bickering and doing a bunch of shit. Now we got a new council in that's doing the same thing over and over again, right? I feel like I'm in that movie Groundhog Day every week.
And then, you know what? I let Jaleel filibuster, and let me finish. Flynn is a snake. No, I had to get that out. Okay. I just thought about it. You ain't distract me from nothing, man. You know, I got to get back to what I was talking about before Jaleel jumped in and calmed me down a little bit to where I got to talking about other things. So Flynn is a damn snake. The story would have been done if it wasn't for his grimy ass. Now we can finish talking now. I ain't never completed. You know what I'm saying? I got you. You know, Jaleel just jumped in, and then we got to talk to him, and then you tried to calm me down, and and ask me about what's the top three. I never finished. Flynn is a snake with his grimy ass. There we go. I'm done. Now we can go back to it.
I think that this is, what we could do this forever and ever and ever and just go about, all the things that wrong or what we need to do or whatever, right? But I think that I'm just saying this. There are so many things that I really love about you, Art, and the things that you do. And one of the things that I love about you is that when you have an action item, you put some work into it. You get what I'm saying? It's not just an action item. You actually work towards it. That's one things that I love about you. And the other thing that I love about you is that you do your research, right? Because I always tell people all the time that I don't speak on anything that I don't know anything about. So if you're asking me a question and I don't know, I'm not going to speak on it. But if you give me an opportunity to research it, I can come back and I can talk to you about it. Or you can tell me that prior to. And I always love that about you. And the other thing is that anytime that I've ever reached out to you, you were always available to me, or you called me back and you gave me the answers or the questions. If I had questions, you always gave me some understanding, so that I could understand what was going on. Because like I said, I don't always listen to counsel because it drives me crazy, right? Not only do I got a little PTSD, I got a little ADD, and I can't take it. Right?
Hey man, I be loving it.
I know y'all see me. I'm fidgeting. I'm doing all of this, but I can't do it. Right? It drives me crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. So I talk to Mickey every morning. Me and Mickey talk every morning. Mickey called me and we kick it, and he talks to me about it. He tell me, or Rich Jones tell me, and I call you and I talk to you about it because I can't listen, y'all. I just can't do it. So I don't. But those are some of the things that I really, really love about you. The other thing that I do, I'm just giving some points because I like to give people their flowers that, while they're here, and let people know the reasons why that I appreciate them. And I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you. And these are the reasons why I appreciate you. And I appreciate also is that it doesn't matter who it is if they're doing wrong, you go call them out regardless, right? And It's not really and I think sometimes people think of it as like a tit for tat, like you got to get your lick back, but it's not though, right? Because you don't have a problem with saying, yeah, I was for Neely. Yeah, I was helping Neely. However, he got a little too big for his britches and decided he wasn't going to do his job. So now I got to call him out, right?
Right.
Not necessarily in those words, they're mine, but that's what it is, right?
Yeah, man.
Those are the things that I really love and I appreciate about you, because I am always that person too that I call a spade, a duck a duck, and how I feel about how I feel is just it. I don't mind discussing it with anybody, because just like in the art of debate, it could be a thing where you have something and I can either you persuade me to be on your side or I persuade you to be on my side. Whatever it is, we can come to some kind of consensus, or we can agree to disagree, right?
So check this out, right? Mm-hmm. I was talking to a brother today, earlier today, right? Mm-hmm. Say you for Nilly. Mm-hmm. Say I'm for Weaver, right? Mm-hmm. He and I told him, I said, man, you know what? All of us OGs, young G's, everybody, right? We need to all dress up in black, and we need to come up with a pledge for everybody that's running for office. They have to sign this pledge that they promise to do whatever it is that we put on this pledge, right? Everybody has to sign it. After we get done standing together saying that these people that signed it, you go and help Neely, I go and help Weaver, because it doesn't matter. Because you is part of this group, I'm part of this group. Whichever one of them get up in there and don't hold to that pledge, you gonna hold Neely accountable.
Everybody accountable.
I'm gonna hold Neely accountable. If we win, you gonna hold her accountable. I'm gonna hold her accountable. That's where they keep on getting us at, right? Is the fact that you go over there and help Neely, I go over here and help Weaver. We start fighting. When she messes up, I get after you because you trying to hold her accountable, and vice versa. But if we all together and saying, hey, all these mayors, all these elected officials have to go by this pledge, like the Republicans have them to sign a tax. No, they won't raise taxes. His name is Steve Norquist or something like that, right? Then they have them to sign a pledge that they won't mess with Second Amendment right. If any of them do that, every single Republican is after them. You see what I'm saying? Even though they, went for another person, even the people who voted for them goes after them because they went against the pledge. Until we in the African American community start holding blacks and Democrats accountable, they're gonna keep on doing what they do.
Okay,
that's the bottom line.
I'm glad you said that because I'm putting some. We're gonna talk after this because I'm putting something together that I want you to be a part of, and maybe you can help me with that. So we'll talk after that. But I'm glad you said that.
Check this out like too, right? Check this one out too, right? I started putting up about John Gleason.
I saw that.
I started going after him, right?
I saw that.
My issue, he had called me a nigga. Oh. I had called him. I said, my man, I had somebody on the other end, right? I had somebody on the other end.
Yeah.
And they'll tell you what I said. I said, my man, I heard you call me a nigga. Oh, no, I didn't mean it like that. They just taking it out of context. I said, you call me a nigga.
What do you mean I didn't mean it like that?
Right. I said, you call me a nigga. I said, now, see, I come down there and slap the taste out your mouth. You're going to think I'm fucking doing you wrong. You know what I'm saying? I said, man, don't let that shit happen again, man. Don't let that shit. But all the time, I'm just like him, and I'm just like all the rest of them. I'm going to get you down the road. I'm going to get you. When I seen him do the press conference with Kathy Funk, and I started investigating it, and started finding out what went down, they were sitting on it. I said, it's going to be a time. It's going to be a time. It's coming, right? This is what they do. I play the game just like they play the game.
Right.
Bam. I found something out. All right, let's make it move now. Started moving. I started talking. Now it's got to come out now. I give it to the press. I give it to the media. This is their game. It goes over to Leighton. Leighton has to recuse himself, right? Before it was even in the system, I had the arrest warrant. Oh, let me get this out there. You know what I'm saying? Let me get this out there. Now it's out there. John Gleason. If it was Miss Inez Brown, you would have been and had a press conference. I
saw that.
Racist. You see what I'm saying? You would have been had a press conference. How many pastors, how many African Americans have you seen going after John Gleason? How many people have you seen going after John Gleason? Huh?
I haven't.
You haven't seen any. You haven't seen any, have you?
No, I haven't.
Because it's election time, and they need to pull. They need that campaign money.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh, but guess what? when they know he's not in trouble, oh, they'll go call a press conference down at City Hall. Don't you talk about Ms. Brown. They only talk when it's hot. You see what I'm saying? Because he talks about her. Now let's have a press conference. Now that you got him on the rope, where you at? Why don't you have a press conference and say the integrity of the county clerk's office has been really messed up? He's under investigation. She's charged. Did you know he was under investigation?
No.
Oh yeah, he is out in Tuscola. He is out there. He can have an arrest warrant tomorrow if they say, yeah, you know what, we charge him. You know what I'm saying? Both of them. And nobody in the community has, now you called him racist, you done seen him jump on Miss Brown, but now that the snake is wounded, ain't nobody saying nothing. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep on talking about his ass. Hey man, listen. I'm not letting up off his ass. My fault. Had to get that one out.
Jaleel gone.
Oh, he gone?
Jaleel making jokes out here. He talking about Bishop Chris Martin is Arthur's BFF. Don't let him fool you. And then he got a bunch of laughing emojis.
hey, see, he's trying to be funny. No. He trying to be, listen, me and Jaleel talks, man. Me and Jaleel, and Jaleel I can honestly say, you know, Jaleel can honestly say that he never heard anything that he done told me come back to him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Now, I can't say the same about Jaleel, though. You know what I'm saying? hey, no, I'm just messing, man. But no, Jaleel told me how much he loved Chris Martin, you know. And you know, I was like, dang, Jaleel, for real, man. Yeah, Jaleel speaks highly of Chris Martin. He say, man, that's the best person in the city of Flint. You know what I'm saying? And that you know, he never really met a man of Chris Martin's caliber before. So yeah, Jaleel, you know, he tried to you know, say it's my BFF, but it's truly his BFF, and he really loves him to death.
Yeah. Hey, listen, no comment.
What Jaleel say to that? He ain't type fast on that one.
No, he laughing. He sent a bunch of laughing emojis. He laughing about it. Listen, you know, I love talking to you. You know, every time we talk, it's always for a lengthy amount of time. I absolutely adore talking to you.
My fault. And then, you know,
No. That doesn't mean that I was upset about it. No, I'm just saying I've always loved having a conversation with you. From the very first time we talked until now, you know, it's always been an open door, and I really truly appreciate you for that.
Oh man, you know, we get ready to get busy, man. You know, me and your Martha Stewart and Snoop Dogg will be coming on pretty soon. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
listen, I'm so ready for that.
hey, look, and then we're gonna have Mickey. We throwing Vanna White out. Mickey working. Hey, Mickey.
You throwing Vanna out?
Yeah, Mickey. Hey, Mickey, let me get that W for.
That's cold-blooded Vanna White, and y'all just talked about racism. Terrible.
Hey, look, Mickey that took the underscore out and put the W in. Mickey, hey, this is Wheel of Fortune. Hey, Pat, can I get a W? Mickey gonna hey, look, the underscore gonna be up there. Mickey gonna turn the underscore around and put the W.
Oh my God.
Technically.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
Technically,
Listen,
Satara
if
didn't
they
type
only knew
underscore
what
to
would
me.
happen, they would be laughing too. That is hilarious.
Technically, Satara didn't put in the
Oh my
underscore.
goodness.
That's what
All
messed
right.
me up.
Satara did it. Satara,
Yeah,
you
she
did
did
it.
that.
All right.
I saw it. I'm just saying.
But Vanna White,
Vanna-
though.
who was
But Vanna
Vanna?
White.
I know. I
Vanna White
said
would
we
be
gonna,
big, Lou.
no, I said we're gonna remove Vanna White and put Mickey Jordan.
Yeah, but I'm saying
We're gonna remove Vanna White and put in Mickey Jordan. There you go. Boom.
Out of all the people, though, you went with Vanna White. Though. I'm just saying, I'm glad we out of Black History Month.
Hey man, nah, man, no. I'm thinking about Wheel of Fortune, and,
Right.
and you spinning around the little things, man, the letters.
I get it.
You know,
I get it.
hey, well, who email is this? And then my name is up
Oh
there.
yeah, no doubt.
Underscore.
No doubt.
My fault, y'all. I had to laugh, y'all. My fault.
No.
I'll be quiet.
Satara got me
No,
out here
no.
looking bad.
I'm just so I'm appreciative of you. I thank you so much for coming on and being with us and just talking a little bit and just having some conversation about some conversation. I really appreciate it.
Oh man, I ain't had fun, man.
Yeah, y'all look for more stuff with me and Art. Me and Art gonna get together and we gonna do a whole lot more stuff. We up and coming.
Oh yeah. Oh,
Up
we
and coming.
know. Hey, we're gonna be hallelujah. Hallelujah. And Mickey gonna be there. Mickey the engineer. Mickey gonna be the engineer. You know what I'm saying?
My God.
No doubt.
Because we're gonna have this going at the same time, and we're gonna be on the station at the same time. So
Absolutely.
hey, we get ready to make it happen.
And we got some things up and coming.
Oh yeah.
But listen, you guys, definitely look out for me and Art to come back and talk about mental health. We are definitely we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a show on mental health.
Yeah, we gotta do that
we definitely need to come back and do that because that is a big thing for me. And I've always, every time I always closed when I was doing the podcast with Fly City, that was the thing that I always ended with is your mental health and always making sure you take time to take care of that and get your mental together. If you have to let go and reset and recharge, you got to get away from everybody. You do that. Whatever it is that get you back centered, get you back to you, you need to make sure that you take the time to do that. And go see somebody. There's no shame in seeing somebody if you need to. No shame in that.
Hey, and I'm just gonna say
not at all.
I'm just gonna say this real quick, and I say it as a joke, but at the same time, it's not good. I mean, no, I told my therapist, man, in the group that I don't like anger management because it teaches me a new way of being angry, right? But it's just a little joke that I have with her when I speak to her on it. You can't be ashamed to go out and really talk to somebody. You're not retarded. You're not crazy. You're not stupid. Right. I want you to know that depression is real. Suicide is real.
Yes.
It's nothing to be ashamed of because, you could be in a situation to where, something happened and it was unavoidable and, you feeling down and out and you don't have anybody to talk to because you're afraid that they're going to talk about you. They're going to put you down, whatever the case may be. Go talk to that therapist, man. Go talk to somebody. Go talk to somebody, man. Because that depression can kill you, man. That depression can eat you up inside. That depression can make you hate yourself. So really, we really need to come to a point to where all of us can really talk to one another and we don't put any stigma. We don't put things on it to where if I go see a therapist, I'm retarded, I'm crazy, I'm stupid, I'm this, I'm that. Hey, listen, God does change things. God does heal. But God put people on this earth to assist in what it is that he's doing also. And that therapist could be a assist to you through God. So I'm just saying, man, I got God and a therapist. So, I'm good.
Absolutely. I am so glad that is the case. Yes. So I appreciate you. I absolutely love having conversation with you. I love and appreciate you, sir. You can call me anytime. We're definitely gonna keep this going. You all look out for more things with me. Make sure you all check out Hood Morning. Because Art gets up, he does Hood Morning. Make sure y'all check out Hood Morning. Hey, and then wait a minute. Jaleel has something. Hold on. Jaleel said they will be at Freeman Elementary tomorrow morning from 8 a.m. to 1:45 p.m. reading to the young scholars during the month of March book reading. So you guys, if you have an opportunity,
The code is 3640.
Who's reading?
Jaleel said he said we will be at Freeman, so I don't know if he's talking
What
about
he doing? Who is we? What they doing at Freeman?
He said that they will be reading to the young scholars from 8:30 to 1:45.
8:30 to 1:45.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yep. So I just wanted to put that out there because he put that out there. So if you guys have the opportunity to support, go ahead and support that and go hear Jaleel speak with the young people tomorrow at Freeman from 8:30 to 1:45.
And Jaleel, and don't be over there telling them to work with the enemy and support the snakes.
Jaleel gonna ban me, man.
Oh my God. Oh, hey, Art, I got one last question for you. One last question. What would Art of today, 3/17/2022, tell 12-year-old Art? What advice would you have given 12-year-old Art?
What I would told 12-year-old Art, sit your bad ass down and listen to what your grandmother is telling you. 12 years old, I think I was what grade? I was in the 7th.
About the 7th grade.
Really pay attention to playing football. Quit thinking you tough. Quit fighting in school. Quit thinking that do your homework.
Mm-hmm.
Get your education, because it might be hard now, but later on it'll pay off. If you don't get your education now, it's harder because now you got to start paying your bills. You don't have enough time. You're gonna want a family. I mean, it's a whole lot of different things I can tell dumbass Art back when he was 12 years old, little knucklehead, wanting to be tough and wanting to be out there on the streets. It's a lot of different things I can tell him, but I thank God for everything that happened in my life, because if I didn't have those mistakes, I wouldn't have the knowledge that I have now.
Yeah.
The only mistake that I ever feel like I need to go back and correct, and if I had the opportunity to go back and correct, would not be helping Mayor Nickelbag Nilly.
I wholeheartedly understand that. Good, I understand it. All right. Huh? All right. Well, Art, again, I thank you so much for joining me tonight. We are definitely going to get back together. We're going to do stuff. So everybody look out for it. Thank you all for joining us on 810 News Media Group. You guys look for Art in the morning, because I know he's going live with some hot. He's going to have a good gallon of sweet tea for us tomorrow, too. I already know it.
No. I'm waiting on Jackass of the Week. That's
that is 11 o'clock.
That's tomorrow. I'll be up.
Oh yeah. Hey, y'all, look, real quick, right? Y'all didn't see me and President Green from the Flint Board of Education get into it last night, did y'all?
Yes, I did watch it.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, I watched. I said, man, I'll be feeling like when I gotta come home, like, what the hell did I done done? I'm talking too much.
Hey man, look, man. She said she told somebody that I'm gonna kick his butt when I get to the house, right? But you know what? We able to laugh about it because this is Board of Education seat, and this is our personal life, right?
Right.
And I don't talk to her, and a lot of people think that I talk to her and I try to tell her what to do and all that on her board seat,
right?
And I don't. So I chose to do it right there. And a lot of people be like, "Oh, why you do it right there? You could have waited until y'all got away from each other, away from the board." No, I'm transparent. And I was just saying, hey, listen, y'all didn't do a vote on this and this and this and this. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't nothing real major, but it was just I feel like this is the arena or the place where I need to say this at, not at home. Because she leaves her work at work, and when she get home, we don't talk about her job.
Absolutely.
So, and then Dorian wanted to crack jokes talking about this was Danielle bring a boo day or something.
Yep, yeah.
Hey, look, I mean, that's good that we can laugh like that, man. But hey,
tell Miss Green, tell Miss Green, we need to have her on, and we can talk about some of this stuff that's going on with the school board too when she gets some time.
Oh, yeah. She'll probably call you next week because it's gonna be.
Yeah, tell her give me a call. I know she was busy with some other things, but when she gets some moment there, call and we can have her on and we can talk about some things.
Oh yeah, I'll tell her to call you as soon as we get off.
Okay.
All right.
Well, any last parting words?
Yeah. Hey, I thank Mr. Satara and Mr. Jordan. Hey man, y'all my peoples. What's popping, yo? I thank y'all so much, man. For letting me come on your platform, coming on your show. I had so much fun. I talked y'all to death, and then Jaleel just pisses people off to where you just lose track of time. We were doing all right until Jaleel came, and I'm just joking. I thank you, Jaleel, for keeping me on my toes. I enjoy debating with you because no matter what you say, I still love you, and there's nothing that you can do about it.
Absolutely. With that being said, I love you all for tuning in to us. Make sure you look for other things that we got going on, and make sure you tune in tomorrow to Art at 11 a.m. for Jackass of the Week. And tomorrow, I got something hot for y'all too. So y'all tune in tomorrow for me too.
Oh yeah.
Have a great night. Peace.
Peace.
Art.